Hello friends, welcome to EC Academy. In this lecture, let us understand the time response or transient response specification of second order underdamped control system. The figure shows the time response of a second order underdamped control system which is subjected to unit step input. So if you observe the response of the system, in this waveform, the dotted line in red color specifies the expected waveform, and the waveform which is oscillating is the response of the system. So here there is a variation in the response of the system, or we can say there is an oscillation in the response of the system before the response become steady. So the region where the response is oscillating, we will call that as transient response, and the region where the response is constant, which is not varying, we will call that as steady state. In this response, we can identify different specifications. We will understand those specifications in this lecture. Here in this waveform, we can identify Ts, which is settling time. We have Tp, which is peak time. We are having Tr, which is rise time. We are having Td, which is delay time. Along with this, we are having peak overshoot, which is represented by Mp. Now let us understand one by one these response specifications. The first specification is rise time, which is represented as Tr. So you can identify that in this waveform. This is rise time. It is the time required by the response to rise from 0% to 90% of the final value if we consider the underdamped system, and it is the time required by the response of the system to rise from 0 to 100% if we consider the underdamped system. So it is the time required by the response of the system to rise from 0% to 90% in case of overdamped system, and from 0% to 100% in a underdamped system. And this rise from 0% to 100% or 0% to 90% should be at very first time itself. So this is the first time the response is varying, and this is the second time the response is varying. In the first time itself, the time taken by the response to rise from 0 to 90% or 0 to 100% of its final value is known as rise time. We have delay time. It is the time required by the response to reach 50% of the final value at very first time. So from 0 to 50% of final value, so final value is 1. So to rise from 0 to 0.5, the time taken by the system is known as delay time. Now we have peak time. It is the time required by the response of the system to reach first peak of the overshoot. So this is the first peak, this is the second peak. So it is the time taken by the response of the system to reach the first peak of the overshoot. So this is the first peak. So the time taken by the response to reach from 0 to peak value, first peak value, is nothing but your peak time, which is represented by Tp. Next we will see the peak overshoot. It is the maximum value of response curve measured from the unity. So from unity, if we measure the maximum value of the response curve, that is nothing but your peak overshoot. So we are having a peak here and we are having one more peak here. So the maximum value of peak which is measured from the unity is known as peak overshoot, which is represented by Mp. So here to measure peak overshoot, you can use the formula response of the system for the peak value minus final response of the system. So we can calculate the peak overshoot by considering the maximum response of the system minus the final value of response of the system. So if we take the difference of these two, we will get the peak overshoot of the response of the system. We can calculate percentage peak overshoot as C of Tp minus C of infinity divided by C of infinity into 100. So if we multiply with 100, we will get the value in percentage. Next we will see the settling time. So settling time is represented by Ts. So it is the time required by the response of the curve to reach the steady state. So this is the transient state. So it is the time taken by the response of the system to reach from the transient state to steady state, and after reaching the steady state it should stay within the specified range of the final value. The specified range of the final value is plus or minus 2% tolerance, so which means it can vary plus or minus 2% after reaching the steady state. This is the maximum allowable tolerance band, so where you are having plus or minus variation after reaching the steady state. This is about time response or transient response of second order control system. Hope you have understood the topic. Thank you.